Okay, here we are at my place. It's obviously a work in progress. Grass needs cutting. Stuff laying out on the patio. No shades on the big window yet. So anyway, um, my backyard area. This is kind of a garden. It had some miscellaneous aloe and some other bulbs and stuff in it. So I dug all that out of there. It's still pretty damp. I'd like to raise it a little bit so it's not so soggy. As you can see, I got some excess broccoli and a cauliflower down there that ain't doing too hot, probably because it's so soggy down there. But anyway, other than that, my backyard and all my fruit trees and plants and stuff, all this. I got this area right here. I need to clear all this out so I get more sunlight in here. That needs to go away. But anyway, so we got a seedless dwarf Valencia orange, which I just picked up today. Pretty neat. We got some strawberries here, and here. I got a jalapeno here and here. And I got some watermelons that I growing from seeds over here. I have no idea where I'm going to plant them, but they grew, so I was pretty excited about that. We've got a Zinfandel grape right here. Next to it is a Flame seedless grapevine. And next to that is a Thompson seedless grapevine. We have a black satin blackberry here and here. And then a candy raspberry there. I'd like to get some more raspberries, because I don't know how much that one is going to make, if any. I've got a dwarf Moro blood orange here. Blood orange tree. And I've got a dwarf Rio red grapefruit. I've got a dwarf navel orange that's growing flat up against this trellis. It's called a spellier. So as you can see, it's flat. So it gets more sunlight that way and kind of spreads it out, and you can put it right up against the house, and that doesn't take up any space at all. We have a Tarocco blood orange, which I got as a gift, as a housewarming gift from my friend Mike Upton. Pretty cool. Pretty excited about that. We got a bunch of blueberry bushes here. I believe we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of them. We got a mix of, we got a couple of, this is one that I don't know if it's going to go or not. It's a Jubilee blueberry. And this one here is a South Moon. And then the rest of these are a mix of Sunshine Blue, Bountiful Blue, and Misty Early Season. And these are already starting to blossom, as you can see on there. So that's pretty neat. So hopefully we'll get some bugs flying around and get these things pollinated. You can kind of make it out, but some of these are already starting to been pollinated, started turning into blueberries here. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited. We got some peach trees along the back here. This is a May Pride peach. It's already got a couple little blossoms on it, as you can see. I don't know if you can see because of the sunlight there, but it's pretty neat. Got a bunch of little buds on these things. So that's pretty cool. I've got what is this? A mid-pride peach. I just picked one of these up. It should bloom about the same time as my May Pride over there. And then I've got, this is a 4-in-1 peach tree right here. So it's got grafted onto it. It's got a Saturn peach on this branch. It's got a Double Delight nectarine on this branch. It's got a Red Baron peach on this branch. And we have a Fantasia nectarine on this back branch. And they're starting to produce just little bitty buds right now. So hopefully that'll come into its own before too long. I've got another dwarf navel orange. This one's doing a little bit better than the other ones. It's got some pretty good size fruits on it, as you can see. So pretty nice. But I can't take all credit for that because I kind of bought it that way. But hopefully I can make it come back just the same. Okay, so we got some plum trees here. This is a burgundy plum. And that's got some little buds going on it. It's pretty neat. We have a Santa Rosa plum right there. And the whole purpose of those two plums that I got was to cross-pollinate this one. This is called a pluot. It's a hybrid tree. It's 75% plum, 25% apricot. This specific strain is called Flavor Grenade, and it needs either a burgundy plum or Santa Rosa plum to pollinate, so why not? I got one of each. So, can't fail, right? Okay, I got some cauliflower here that I planted into this little thing. This is Candid Charm cauliflower. Okay, so we got a few of those in there. They're actually doing pretty good. I've got a strawberry jar here that's got about 12 or 13 plants in it. It's doing okay. I've got a couple little strawberries off it already. And this is, let's see, what kind is this? This is it just calls it a perennial June bearing. It doesn't really specify what kind it is. This one's our sequoias. They grew up pretty tall, kind of like the tree. I'm guessing that's why they call it sequoia. But it hasn't produced any blooms just yet, but it's actually thriving really, really well. It's growing pretty good. I've got some different things down in here. These are miscellaneous sorts of peppers, hot peppers. So like jalapenos, ancho chilies, serrano chilies, things like that. Just little seedlings that I planted in this neat little planter thing. You just fill it up with warm water. These things swell up like this. You push the seed down in there, kind of cover it over a little bit, and you put this clear top on it. A couple days, you got yourself little sprouts and stuff. So hopefully those do pretty good. I've got a clementine mandarin here that I picked up. I've got a, this is a persimmon tree. This particular one is called a coffee cake persimmon. So it's supposed to kind of taste like cinnamon and chocolate and whatever else. But as you can see on the picture, it's got kind of a brown color on the inside, but they say it's the most delicious of all the persimmons. And persimmons are pretty good, so I got to get one to, like a fuyu persimmon or a chocolate persimmon to cross-pollinate, it says, so I'll do that. Here I got some broccoli growing kind of like the cauliflower over there in this pot here. It's funny because if you get this Tupperware and it's for growing plants, they charge you like 70 bucks, 80 bucks. If you get it just a regular Tupperware thing, it's like $14. So just drill some holes in the bottom of it, call it a day. But I got some broccoli here. It's doing pretty well. As you see, there's little sprouts coming up and everything. So they're doing well. Got some more strawberries hanging up here. This used to be a olive tree. I guess it is still an olive tree, but I cut it off because it was blocking a lot of shade from the yard, and it really doesn't produce a lot of olives, and I'm not a big fan of olives anyway. So, but it does serve a great purpose as holding strawberries from baskets. So that's pretty cool. Also got another strawberry over here that I picked up recently. It's doing pretty well. It's got some big fruits on it. In fact, there's one nice sized strawberry there. So it's pretty neat. And last but not least, I have apple trees. I've got a columnar apple tree. Grows upward like a column. It's trimmed that way. This one right here is a Dorset Golden. As you can see, it's starting to produce little bitty flowers and little buds and stuff on it. So it's coming in. It's like an early season apple. So it'll do good against this tree. And this tree is another 4-in-1 fruit tree. This is an apple. It's got the Dorset Golden that we just looked at right here, and you can see it's got little buds and stuff on it right now. It's got a Gordon apple coming from this one. It's got a Fuji apple coming off this branch, and off the back is an Anna apple, and the Anna is doing really, really well. It's actually a really large branch back there coming off the trunk, so that'll do probably pretty good. You can see little buds starting to come in, and so therefore I got a columnar Anna apple too to cross-pollinate it with. So that should be pretty good. And these columnar trees are really nice because they're small. I mean this pot here, as you can see, my foot is wider than the pot, and the tree is smaller than the pot width-wise. So you can just stuff these things anywhere and make sure they get water and sunlight, and they're good to go. So that's my garden. And also, let's not forget my beautiful, wonderful pomegranate tree back here that did oh so well for me this year, and has given me a whole bunch of pomegranate wine that's fermenting right now. So hopefully it'll produce well again this year. I got to get up and trim it up a little bit and clean it up, but it should do pretty good hopefully. But that's it. That's my garden. I got all this stuff over here that I've trimmed up from these big trees up here that I got to put in through a mulcher or a wood chipper or something like that. So, but yep, that's it. Hopefully this stuff does pretty well for me. We'll see how it goes.